Hell and well met, everyone. My name is Alan, and you're listening to the Blanket 4 podcast, the official Blanket Term podcast, where the crew of Blanket Term, Albert, Brandon, Don, and myself, talk about random nonsense while waiting for the eventual heat death of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sooner than you think.
Yeah, it's sooner than you think.
When is it then?
Sooner
than you think.
Sooner.
This is going to be maybe too disturbing to mention in the podcast, but my teeth dreams evolved.
Oh, what?
Oh, I love this. Keep going. I want to hear more about this.
Somehow, I don't really know the body mechanism behind this, but a part of my face went hollow, and there wasn't anything behind the skin. But it was only in this circular patch. So it was just this part of my face that was membranous. And I was just I'm dying. I am literally decaying.
I don't know. I don't get how people have dreams.
Dying.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, I'm dead inside. No, seriously. I can't remember my dreams. To this day, I can't remember a lot of my dreams. So you having teeth dreams wigs me out. I don't do well with horror.
I do remember I had a nightmare last night that actually woke me up in the middle of the night. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was definitely based off of like some sort of horror idea. And there was this woman that was not really chasing after me, but the idea was almost like hide and seek. And it was this I distinctly remember her coming up to me, being right in front of my face. And she almost looked like a fish person, because her skin was like blue, like blue tinted, and she had dark blue lips, and she had almost like shark teeth.
Oh.
Not like the full thing, but her teeth were really sharp. And the idea behind it was that I don't know what it was, but she came up and I know the idea was that she was supposed to have eaten me, but she was impressed or wanted to teach me to hide from her better. So she was trying to teach me. So I escaped the first time.
That's what you want to do with your food.
She gave me a second opportunity to hide from her. And this was at my old house.
Did you enter the Feywild and encounter an archfey or something?
That's what it sounds like.
I know, right?
Possibly.
It's like Baba Yaga is gonna teach you kung fu or something.
It was okay.
Oh, man.
We haven't even gotten to the weirdest part of the stream yet.
There's more.
The weirdest part was when I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened was for some reason it was at my old house, the one that I grew up in, and I went into my mom's room, and my mom was sitting on the bed, and I woke her up, and I was like, Mom, she's coming, it's really important that you stop her. So I hid, and there's a mirror in front of me that the way it was is I could still see her coming in. She came in through my mom's door, and my mom just didn't do anything. She I distinctly remember she was sitting on the bed in a fetal position, rocking back and forth, and then she comes around. And I'm like, okay, now's I have to scream or something. And what happened instead is all of a sudden in my dream, I got really, really tired and collapsed.
Oh.
And that's how I woke up.
That's
I woke up just as exhausted as I was in my dream.
First or the first?
Yeah.
Mine's kind of dumb, and I don't want it to be the first of the podcast.
Do it. You already brought it up.
Okay.
We're gonna take that first time.
All right. Well, it makes sense. So it's a pretty good first topic. But Mothman, would he be really buff, or would he be kind of like thin and lanky? Because muscle is very heavy, and you need a really large wingspan to be
this is
able
the start of a new segment that I actually wrote down. It's called Cryptid Corner.
Yeah,
with your host, Brandon.
I figured this was gonna come up, and yeah.
So go ahead, we'll take it away.
So what do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think he'd be really muscular, or do you think he'd be very thin and lanky like me?
I think he's both.
He's both?
I think he's both.
It's very he's like a mountain climber.
Kind of muscle.
Yeah, he's very lithe.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what Brandon is. He actually does have muscle.
But
he just hides
shredded.
it.
I did a playthrough.
Like Bruce Lee.
I did a playthrough of Fallout 76, and that Mothman had a legit 16-pack. It was bizarre.
I still prescribe to the mindset that it's neither of those, and so it's not thin and it's not muscular, it's thick. I think that Mothman is the big titty goth GF or moth GF, sorry.
Big titty moth GF.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Brandon? Do you think that it's
I think it would be
What's your meta in this?
because like I you see the Mothman in Fallout 64 or 76.
76.
I
Wow.
don't even
Fallout
know.
64 bit.
Yeah, Fallout 64. It's a
Confirmed.
lesser known cousin.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Fallout 69. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be, it's
Yeah,
coming,
there's-
right?
There is a Vault 69 somewhere. But
we can actually find out what it is. Sorry,
not-
continue. I'm gonna find out.
Put her phone
But yeah.
on the table. Let's just put.
I'd like to think that Mothman is a lean character because otherwise, if he was too muscular,
Yeah.
then he would be too
Oh,
heavy.
Wait,
So
no,
the problem is his aerodynamics.
follow-up question. Does he have an exoskeleton like normal moths, or does he have like cartilage bones like a bird?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm.
Is Mothman a moth?
Or a
being?
man?
Is Mothman a moth being, or is it a being who looks like a moth and has been misnamed?
Yeah, like he's like avian in origin.
Yeah, maybe he's a bird with just real fluffy feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the vaults. Like, I know there's a list of vaults on Wikipedia right now.
Because Owlman doesn't have the same alliteration as Mothman, probably.
yeah. Oh, look at old Owl Man. Whoo! Whoo! Yeah. I can turn my head 270 degrees. Watch.
Oh God.
Uh-oh, it's stuck. Help.
A cramp.
Help.
Cramp.
It just like starts dropping like a
I
swimmer
see
who
we're
gets a cramp.
continuing
They-
with our
they-
body horror theme this episode.
now, can you imagine Mothman, like going to his therapist and be like, "I have dreams about my teeth falling out. I don't have teeth."
Oh, man. Discovery.
Uh-huh.
Vault 69 is Vault 68's counterpart.
Okay.
The vault has 1,000 people maximum in
Sure.
its capacity and is populated by 999 women and 1 man.
That's funny.
Nice.
I don't know. What if that one guy just happens to like not have any sex drive?
Death
Yeah.
by snooze.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you going to repopulate the Earth?
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a problem where you get one generation of kids and then that's it.
And then they're all half
Well,
siblings.
yeah.
That's the reason why it's an experiment. Like Vault-Tec did some really weird
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess at that point, like, it kind of has to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So my understanding about, I don't know a lot about inbreeding, but my understanding of inbreeding is that it takes generations of it in order for it to be truly bad.
Yeah.
Just because there's not enough genetic variation. So I assume with that many women, even if there is only 1 man,
Yeah, you would still have plenty of
yeah, you still have enough genetic variation that it would probably be okay, and they would develop into their own family trees.
Honestly, 1,000 isn't a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I think the minimum was like 5,000. Like I think it was like a really specific number.
There's a
Because
number.
I had this conversation with a couple of friends back in high school. Don't ask us how we got on the topic.
Wait, about inbreeding?
Biology?
Yeah, about inbreeding. About like the minimum number of people you need to repopulate the Earth.
I'm sure you're talking about
Oh.
like
I'm sure this is that biology class.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Talking about
there has to be a
school stuff.
there has to be like a solid
Well, I mean,
number,
yeah, if you're
right?
talking about like repopulating the Earth, well, I think it definitely kind of depends on the density. If
Yeah.
it's like if you're saying it has to be 5,000 minimum, well, what's the population? Because if it's 999 women and 1 man, that still makes it possible.
Yeah, I mean, also like I think it's also like a sort of thing about like how genetically diverse the sample pool is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variables. I don't know, but we got derailed. It's Brandon's topic.
oh, I mean
It
that
doesn't
was-
really
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, we just kind of like transitioned from one thing to another. First it's Mothman, and then it's Fallout 69's orgy cave.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I don't.
what it
is.
is.
Is that its official name?
The orgy cave.
No, but
The orgy.
I'm sure they called it that.
no, I doubt it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably like the unsaid thing.
Imagine the marketing team that had to like pitch this.
Well, they don't pitch it. That's the
Yeah.
entire point.
No,
like,
no, they don't pitch it to the people, but they pitch it to like the internal scientists running the mission.
oh,
You imagine the guy that's like, hey guys, what if we took Vault 69 and we did an experiment with it? You know what I mean? Like, no, Tim, we're not making that sex cave anymore. we
hear me
trashed
out,
that-
guys.
But hear me out, guys.
It's a very like Krieger thing from Archer.
Yeah. He was someone's nephew if that thing got approved, though.
Mhm. He knew some people.
He knew some people.
I mean, as far as like an experiment goes for like repopulation, it's a really good experiment.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean,
I'm just trying to like think about the logistics behind it. Like, were they all in on it? Because some of them had to be scientists, right?
The people in the vault? I don't think so.
No, because like they always have like overseers and like people managing it and stuff.
Yeah, so some of them are probably into it. Yeah, some of them are probably into it.
But other people probably not. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course not.
You walk into a place and you're like, "There's 999 of us girls and this one dude. This seems too specific to be a coincidence."
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't go into it until it's the doomsday scenario.
Yeah.
Like, you don't sign up for the vault. You don't say, I'm looking through the catalog. Vault 69 sounds nice.
Yeah. No, there has to be like a bunch of guys that like checked out that box. 69. Nice. I want to get in that vault. And then they all got denied.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's all locationally based.
Yeah, because it's like all spread across America, right? So
yeah.
I don't know if there's a lot of choice. It's kind of like everyone just kind of gets stuck with whatever internet service provider that's near them.
Someone in our free company in Final Fantasy has that.
Yeah, he has a nut button.
Does it actually make the nut sound?
Yes, it goes nut every time you hit it.
But
Yeah, just like that.
I'm like, it makes sense. I get it. I understand now. I kind of want to make my own.
Nut button?
No, like my own arcade box.
With a nut button?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Oh, that would actually be really cool. That'd be really popular.
It's not hooked up to the board. It's just on its own separate speaker.
Oh yeah. You hit it and it goes nut.
It's like the easy button. You just need a
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you just get like a whole bunch of easy buttons and just route them together.
You could make people so angry.
I don't know.
Are you kidding? I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's mind games.
Yeah.
Well, like you have to use it in specific scenarios. Like you can only use it like at the end of the fight.
Oh, like a GG?
Yeah, like a GG sort of thing.
Yeah. Like it's not
like if you win, you go nut.
Or noise. Or it has a sound in there too. Or the noise.
Noise.
There you go.
And you just spam the
Yeah, well, like
make your opponent very upset.
No, I hate that. Like that's the reason why I don't use chat in any competitive shooter in game ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's honestly like those are the people that make me stand. As soon as I load a new game, I automatically go to the settings and I turn that shit off because I can't stand it.
I mean emotes.
Yeah, the only game that I don't have like general chat off on is Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but it's kind of easy to ignore.
If you were playing a fighting game with a person right next to you, you're at the same monitor playing the same game, and he wins and beats you, and then immediately spams like an air horn button right next to you. And this is top 8 at Evo.
It's not going to be at that volume. Like you hit it and it's just like talking volume. It just goes nut.
Yeah,
could be.
I mean, you were telling me about this competition, and like apparently they yell like things. They just like get real rowdy with it, right?
Yeah. It's part of the spirit.
I imagine it's a lot louder.
It gets
like
louder
area
because it's like it's kind of in a shitty rundown part of town, honestly. And like there's not a lot of.
It's not the town's fault.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's like not a lot of ventilation. The place is pretty echoey. There's not a lot of like soundproofing, so it gets very loud.
It's like industrial underground club you're talking about.
I know.
Everyone's walking around in cyberpunk gear, coming to this Smash tournament.
Yeah, they have their buttons like a dual disc.
Yeah, some of them have dual disc, but it's all decked out
with the little.
some underground music going.
There's a subreddit of people like with their custom made modded fight sticks. A lot of people apparently core out VCRs and put a fight stick in.
I thought you were about to say that they core out like Yu-Gi-Oh dual discs.
And I was about to say, what if you did that?
It's time to do.
You would need a way to like have your second hand available.
Yeah.
So you need to put some sort of mechanism to push buttons on your.
You just get the Nintendo what's that Fight Glove or whatever? It's like
the Power Glove.
The Power Glove, yeah.
Just bring the Power Glove back.
Just get the Power Glove and then mod it with the dual disc so that way you have the joystick on top and you can use his hand to press buttons.
Maybe that would be weird.
Oh man,
you should just.
You could do it with like a Pip-Boy too.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking cool.
I would say it'd probably be better to use the hand with it on to control movement because it's like you would only be able to push like 4 buttons.
Yeah,
and because some games you need more than just the 4.
Yeah, regardless of how this gets done, the guy who brings that in is going home getting laid. We do Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Either way, you can keep up with us over at Twitter at blanket. Is it blanket _term there, or is it blanket term?
It's blanket _term.
Yeah, blanket _term, where you can keep up with all the updates and stuff. So yeah,
it'll be down
It'll be in the episode description or wherever.
It'll be in the thingamadog.
Hey guys,
it's also going to be right here.
They're all pointing. You guys are pointing downward. This is a podcast.
Here. It's gonna be.
Well, I mean, like we're also talking about like oh, you're right. This isn't going to be in the
It's
YouTube
primarily audio.
The URL
for everyone listening to only audio. Everyone here is just flailing their arms about.
Well, because we were talking about doing the YouTube version of it too, so I'm like pointing down because we're like talking about it being in the description, but I can also just have like, are you ready? Are you ready? For anyone who's actually watching this on here, are you ready? And boom. Okay, now you can go away.
The URL to all of our
magic.
social media content.
I know, right?
You conjured that out of thin air.
Ready?
I was trying to make a joke.
Ta-da!
The URL will appear before you, even if you're listening to the audio version. It'll materialize in front of you.
Yeah, and it's like a pop-up ad. You can't get rid of it. Even if you're driving, it's just bam.
It's right there.
Yeah, the X
and like you hit the X button and it goes away and that comes right back.
Yeah, and it's like, are you sure?
What was the question that you asked me earlier today, Brandon? It was related to cryptids, but it was also related to dinosaurs.
Yeah, like modern dinosaurs, are they considered cryptids?
Now, we started getting into this discussion when I realized we should save it for the podcast.
I have a real quick question, clarification on terminology here. What's a modern dinosaur?
It's like
a crocodile?
No, like a cryptid, but it's like people are like, oh, I saw this thing, and they describe it, and they're like, do you mean a brontosaurus? And he's like, yeah, I saw that last week in the river. And they're just like,
I don't know dinosaurs, but pretty sure a brontosaurus is like a land creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a quick question here, because the thing is like there's like a line, because a lot of cryptids are suspected to be dinosaurs if they truly exist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there's like a line that we're walking here, because you're saying it's like, well, modern dinosaurs, are they considered cryptids? And I think it depends whether or not they've been proven to exist.
Yeah, like there's always those cases where like they find out that different bones of dinosaurs that they thought were from different periods turn out to be the same dinosaur at different stages in their life.
Reverse too.
Yeah,
they'll find a lot of bones together and assume it's one creature.
You know those dinosaurs that have Benjamin Button syndrome?
Sure.
Yeah, they age in reverse and they get tinier as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
Those exist, right?
Did you mean old people in anime?
Yeah, they just get smaller instantaneously.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually.
Yeah, they end up being like really, really short. Like, I mean, when's the last time you watched an anime where like there's an old lady who's human-sized and not 2 feet tall?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry I did that to you, Brandon.
That was great.
No,
that was excellent.
That's the point of improv.
So, for those of you who are confused, we did a game of Fiasco recently where the whole plot was really bananas, and a Miku wig was involved.
I'm gonna be kind of honest. I was just kind of like, so I thought, what would be a dumb, funny thing that could be involved here? And I was like, okay, some like weird anime cosplay thing. And for some reason, the only thing that came to mind that I thought would read well was just a fucking Miku wig.
What?
And I just inflicted it upon Brandon.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with that.
It was a great plot point too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a surprisingly good plot
It was
point.
pretty like central to like, a lot of the characters stuff.
Yeah, because like when I was thinking about it, I'm like, this is kind of something really nonsensical. Let's make it even worse.
Yeah.
All right, let's say that there's you guys established a factory, and I was like, all right, let's have it back up sewer mains now.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, if you have it everywhere, it's going to pollute the area.
Yeah.
Whether it by byproduct or the full product.
Oh God, what's the byproduct of Miku wigs?
Like ink runoff.
Yeah, ink
runoff. Ink runoff, excess plastic.
Fanatical weebs.
Oh God.
Fanatical weebs are considered pollution. We're just finding weebs in our water.
Yeah. Hey,
turning the frogs weebs.
Man.
Oh my God.
Turning the fucking frogs weebs.
Oh my God.
Miku, rabbit.
Walking around in their damn fan kimonos.
Rabbit. Kawaii.
Well, actually,
We'll talk to you guys again later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Damn it, Albert. All right, now we got to record the whole podcast over. You messed up at the end there, Albert.
If you have any other questions or suggestions that you can't send over email, please write them on a piece of paper and let that piece of paper dissolve in the water in your kitchen sink, and we will get it somehow.
Yeah. We really had a half an hour long conversation on music.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
I mean, we interspersed it. Like we kind of like had conversations that were based off of it, then we came back to it. So I think that was fine.
Mm.
Yeah. I think it was fine.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was bad or anything.